Okay, let's go with Kenny, Al, and then we'll go to Mike Mulhern and then Monty.
Kenny Bruce, SceneDaily.com. Mark, do you feel similarly about Daytona as you do here, or is it just this track in particular that's kind of...
when they repave Daytona, it's going to fall closer into this category, which is coming somewhere, down the line, inevitably. But, through the years, the cars have just gotten faster and faster here, so we've had to restrict them more and more here, and that's a fact of life. You have to restrict them. We have to keep them down at the speed that we need to keep the fans safe. And as you restrict them, the race changes and it becomes less and less like it used to be, and more like a parade or whatever. And so I've raced for a long time. I didn't start parading early in my career. I started parading late in my career. So this racetrack is so huge and so smooth and so good, and the cars are restricted to the point where the race is so much different that it's not like the kind of racing that you do where you go and you try to figure out how to make the fastest car. I remember coming here in the 90s and it was still, I was disappointed if I qualified 30th, because I thought I probably couldn't win with a car that slow. Well, you qualify 30th here, you absolutely guaranteed to have a chance to win if you're lucky, So it changes things. And I don't know how to explain that to you more than that. It changes things, and I kind of like the ingenuity into working on the car to make it go faster than other people's, having the latitude to do that, and then being in a situation where you can outfox people. We won this race, I don't know what year, 97 or whatever year it was. We ran real high rebound shocks that no one in the garage qualified on them, but no one would race them. And our car was slow in practice, and I had it. So I said, put them qualifying shocks on there. And it was fast, and we just took a chance and raced them and just killed everybody. I felt so proud of that because we engineered, we won, that we figured out how to beat people with speed with our car. I don't know how to do that anymore. And that was fun, The race is great to watch, but from a racer standpoint, I'd rather be able to sit in that garage and me and Alan say, let's do that to the car, and no one else have the balls to do that, and it be so much better that you won the race. That's a thrill, and I miss that.
Al, Mike, and Monty.
Hey, Mark, Al Muskie from the Anniston Star back here in the back. I've asked a couple of guys this. The NFL draft is here yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And in the next couple of days, we're going to learn a lot about the big contracts those players are going to sign with those teams. To my knowledge, NASCAR teams are a lot quieter about the particulars of their player deals, their driver deals. What do you think that's different here than in those stick and ball sports? Is it just the culture of the sport?
The things are so much different. First of all, it costs so much money, incredible amount of money, to operate a race team so that a driver can race, especially to race and have a chance to win. So that just moves the pay scale so differently. I don't think you can compare it. I don't think race car drivers get paid anywhere near, athletes like that, NFL or baseball, and sometimes I don't understand how they can get paid so much money, but it is what it is, and this is a different sport than that kind of sport.
But things seem so, secretive or closer to the vest, and nobody's willing to step out and say, well, X, this is what his package is, and then maybe it'll start dominoing.
I don't know how those guys let their stuff get out, but I think it's pretty common. You really don't want to tell us what you make. You know what I'm saying?
I will, but
yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, I don't really think that. I think it's fairly much nature to not go around with a flashing lights saying how much you make at your job. I see a NASCAR driver the same as anyone else, and in their job. It's just not what you. It's just I don't know. That's just a private matter, and it's not private in those sports, and I don't understand why. But I don't paying attention to those sports either. So.
Let me just ask you just one other thing. Just as one of the largest or the longest running veterans in this sport, can you give me your perspective on at least the growth that you've seen in those contracts, size, extras, from since you broke in?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. We're in the 80s, we're shoot, it was 10%. Yeah, about 10%. I made about 10%, of where it went, at its peak, and I also think it's on its day way back down. To be honest with you, I think, obviously we all feel the crunch. Everybody's feeling the crunch, and we're having to shrink a little bit. So I think that race drivers' pay is going to be seeing a shrinkage as well as everybody else. That's how it is.